Good morning, everyone. What a nice day to wake up to. Rangers doing Hings, as we used to say. So I'll get this one out of the way right away. David over at Heart and Hands said that Mikey Moore is not being recalled by Spurs. He's staying here. The end. That's that. We can take that to the bank. Tuur Rommens signing. Left back that likes to get forward. I really liked his interview. And do you know something that was really important, something I liked? The fact Ismail Charari, our ex assistant manager to Clement, was his coach at Westerlo, and he gave Rangers a big thumbs up. He said, "Look, you'll do well there. The fans will love you. You're a man for that football club." That means a lot, and it's nice to hear someone that maybe thought he was dealt harshly with, possibly by Rangers, and he's given his props, shall we say? So that's lovely to hear. His interview. What did I take from it? 2 months ago, we got in touch with him, so that just shows you. Where people say, "No, why aren't Rangers doing anything? Why aren't Rangers doing anything?" That puts that to bed. I've said it all along. Many of us had. This goes on all the time. We don't. It's not just in the 1st of January. That's when you can talk to players. There's ways and means to do it. We all know as it goes on. It's not tapping up, but it is tapping up. But it'll be done legally. It'll be done the right way. And there's two things that I take from this. Stig Bjørnebye and Danny. Stig will have scouted the guy. I know we looked at him before, but it doesn't matter. He knows him. He knows Europe. He knows Scandinavia. So there we go. And Danny will have been this main selling point. And something I loved in the interview, he said it was not a throwaway comment. It wasn't a throwaway comment. It was a comment along the lines of, "I want to be part of history." Danny and the club have said to him, and probably the chairman, "Listen, there's things happening here. This is what's happening. This is who we're signing." And that goes as well with the signing we'll hopefully get today of Olsen. If he's coming because he's been told this is happening and other players have come in. Now, this is a dangerous thing for me to say because it might not happen and I know what happens, but I get an email, not an email, a WhatsApp of somebody I've not heard from for about 3 years. And I never WhatsApp him. And he said, there's Olsen is the start. There's two more to come who are big. What big means, I don't know. I just replied, said cheers, because the way I work with this guy is I don't ask him anything. So we'll leave that at that, okay? But the interview was great. He says he's excited to be here. He says obviously he knows about Rangers because always in Europe, Europe's always going to be a selling point for us. And obviously he's been told that we aim to be in the Champions League, the latter stages. I know I'm not sure how it works now with that one-off games and all that, but we're going to be in that, we feel. Great. That is just nice, nice, nice to hear. So Chotwani's here as well. He's centre mid. He looks exciting. Mikey Moore. It's an Olsen. What position does he play? As right winger, right wing, right wing, right wing, right wing. Now here's a question for you all. With Olsen getting in behind the defence and possibly another winger coming in, it can get in behind the defence. I don't know that for a fact, but just say we do. Does that lessen the need for a striker, if you know what I mean? Because we all know that's what Miovski thrives off of, and we might see Chermiti benefit. Well, we will see Chermiti benefit from it as well because we've seen him score the good old-fashioned poacher's goal that he did, that flick at Parkhead, in the 6-yard box. So does that lessen it? Yes, I do want one more number 9, but at the time, I think it. Do you see what I'm saying? It kind of brings it down a little bit. It's a nice feeling sitting here going, yeah, man, things are happening. Rangers are Dayin Hings, as we used to say. There's more to come because I said to you all, if we get 3 first-team players and the 3 that are coming are here, are first-team players. They walk into that first team. If we were playing Aberdeen or Celtic or whoever the weekend they would be playing, that's the thing. That's it. I know Tuur's carrying an injury, and there was a few people on the page ranting and raving about how that Rangers always sign injured players. It's not the way to go, all that stuff. Listen, he's not. This is a long-term signing, not a guy here just for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And also, it looked thingy coming in. What's his name? Olsen coming in on a loan. We all moan about loans, but we don't. I don't moan about loans. I know they're necessary. That means, if he comes in and he isn't that good, we can say, well, off you go. It saves us 10 million quid. So that's a good thing for at that level. I do appreciate that the loans, some of the loans we've got, let's use Max Aaron as an example. They're not exactly high quality. We're at the maximum, as we sit here right now, we're at the maximum of 6 loans we can have, but there's rumours about Aaron's going because the boy from Sunderland, what's his, I forgot his name. I can't remember his name, but he might come in and loan, but that means we need to get somebody off the books or we need to buy him. But I would rather buy, but at the same time, you know what I mean by loans, especially if it's going to be like 7, 8, 9 million quid. You know, it's like a 6-month trial period, if you like. I know these guys don't do trials, but I guess what is a trial in a roundabout way, in a different. It's the same but different. So, and I'm just, we've still, what's the date? The 15th, isn't it? 15th. So we've got 15 days left of the transfer window. We're only halfway in and we've signed 3 absolute belters, it looks like. Listen, before somebody jumps down my throat, I know they might not play well, but that's the thing. The fact that these signings have probably gone on for a couple of months, as Tuur said. Danny's been talking to him and he wants to know how heavy the shirt is. Well, he wants to explain how heavy the shirt is, what's expected from us. So that's a biggie. And Danny said, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, he said, I need to let them know how heavy the shirt is. He knows these guys have got footballing ability, but can they handle Rangers? And we've seen it click at Parkhead. The shirt it was like a magic wand was thrown over the team at half time, and that shirt became very light for all that 11 players on that pitch, and that was great to see. Danny's a man, these players are his players now. So now's when we can start to judge Danny. Not this season, but I still say he needs 2 summer windows. But if this is the standard we're buying, this is great from the chairman and the 49ers. This is great. They're putting their money where their mouth is. They know they goofed up at the start. And here we are, signing quality players. Again, yes, we need to make the proof's in the pudding. We need to see how they play. So Friday night at Ibrox, it's going to be a bit busier than it probably was with these players coming in. And they'll be, if they don't play, well, they won't because he's injured, but they'll certainly be introduced at half time and they'll get a good reception off the Bears. Friday night, January, not the best night for football, going to football, especially when the weather is rotten. The ants are eating me. So, Rangers, Dayin, Hings, I hope you all have a lovely day and it's an exciting day ahead. And I just hope, I hope there's a signing comes out of left field somewhere, but I think in this day and age, more than ever, obviously, with these things, social media, it's hard for a player. It's hard for us to sneak a player in because I can't remember. I think just about every player we've signed this since the 49ers came in, we had at least 24 hours notice of them coming in. But who knows? Who knows? But I say there is allegedly 2 more sitting in the background that are meant to be pretty good. So let's see what happens. I hope you all have a great day. I know I'm sitting here buzzing. Cheers.